back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing our weekly update on my account. So if we just jump into my collection here, you'll remember from last week that we're working on the Great Mothers and just the general other requirements for Balin at the moment. So there is a bit of progress there. We managed to get the other Zeta onto the Great Mothers and with the other Omni as well, so we're doing well there. We've got them up to gear 12, not too far away from gear 13. We've got these pieces, we need what, 24 of these left, and then 20 more of these and 10 more of them, and then this is just going to be the hard bit, the Kairos, but we'll get there fairly soon. So I'd imagine by next week we're actually going to have these up to gear 13. Now I have been saving all the relic materials, so I think I've got enough to get them straight up to R7. Then that will be them done for now. I do want to work on their mods a little bit. So you can see we're doing fairly well with health there at the moment. That's going to increase quite a bit when we get them up to past that gear 13 level, because there's a lot of percentage based health on there. Protection as well. And then I think that'll be these guys pretty much done. So that's where we're at of Great Mothers. Thrawn haven't really touched. I've added a couple more gear pieces on, but he's close to gear 12. I haven't touched his mods at all. But he'll probably be the last one I go for, because he's not actually needed at the moment. He's going to be needed for Balin at R7, I believe, maybe R5. But I've got a bit of extra time to do this. The reason I'm focusing down on the Great Mothers and probably Morgan is because they're going to make their own team, which will actually be useful for me, whereas Thrawn's just one of those requirements where at the moment I don't really need him for anything. I don't have anything else built up for him. So you can see Morgan here. We're doing well with her mods as well at the moment. We can't go any further until we get her up to 7-star. But she's got a little bit of health there, a little bit of protection, and then we've got crit damage there, a bit of speed, and damage isn't going to be amazing on her, I don't think, but I just need her there as the tank. So we're going to be really focusing down on the health and protection. Some of these mods here are okay for it. We've got 1% health there, a bit of protection there, a bit more health. And then we've got percentage health as well as a bit of potency. And then we've got this mod here, which is obviously a speed primary with a bit of defense on that. So that is how we're getting on with the Great Mothers. I have also added Padawan Obi-Wan and Master Qui-Gon to this, and the reason being is that Duel of Fates event, which comes out sort of once a month, maybe 2 times a month. I really want to be hitting that and making the most of it. So I don't have Queen Amidala at the moment. If we have a look in here, we're not too far off, but I think it will be proving grounds before we get to her, because the shards are slowly starting to phase out, and they're not going to be available for a little while. I'm not really wanting to spend crystals on them at the moment. In terms of Executor, which is the next big thing we're going to be going for once this Night Mother team's sorted, we're still quite a way off. I haven't done anything on any of these guys since last week, so it will be something to work on. It's probably going to take me a good few months to get all of these up to the right levels. I mean, I've sorted it out like this, so we've got R8 up here, R7, R5, and these aren't actually needed for the event, but I'm going to be using Razor Crest with Executor, so I want to get the Mandalorian Beskar armor up and Cad Bane for his ship as well. So that is the overall. I haven't really touched anything else this week. We've worked a little bit on ships, which I didn't actually show you last week, but there's not a lot really to go with here. So Scythe will have unlocked, but obviously we don't have Grand Inquisitor yet, so they're one of the teams which after this, probably alongside Executor, I'll be farming up. Marauder, again, I'm not focusing too much on. I do want it, and I want it to be part of my fleet with the Galactic Republic, but I don't have Bad Batch at the moment. So again, I'm not going to commit myself to another long farm like Bad Batch with a load of Kairos, because I just don't have the time or resources for it at the moment. But what will be will be really good for us is the bounty hunters, which we're thereabouts with. Obviously IG11 will be up to R3, R5 with the Executor event, I forget. And Rose Crest I'm going to get BAM up to at least R3, probably R5, just to make this fleet a little bit more sustainable when Executor is finally done. So that's that. In terms of where we're at with arenas, we're still sort of top 30 with fleets. I'm hoping the Executor will obviously push us up a bit more there. We did jump up at one point up to 12th in arena with my Gungans, but that's slowly slipping down. We're trying to keep on touch of that. And then Galactic, well, Conquest, we are... what, 42 shards short of this next crate, which I'm fairly confident that we're going to do. And I'll jump in and do a battle now on Sector 1 because I've just got the energy for it. And we're just going for the Dark Magic, so that's 10 battles with Morgan surviving. And I'm just using this end node here. You've got the Bad Batch here. Who did I last do it with? CLS. I think I'll clear them off because they're quite tired. I was going to put Supreme Leader Kylo Ren in, but we'll do that anyway. We'll get him in. It's just a really nice little battle at the end, and now I've said it, I'll probably fail it, but all we need to do is keep Morgan alive. And yeah, we actually will put Kylo Ren in. There we go. So you can see she's a bit worn, 35%, but with this strategy, it generally gets done. They are quite tired now, they don't have a lot of stamina. Oh, okay, so yeah, that's a complete fail. There's no point even carrying on. But I will anyway, just for the relic materials or the datacron materials. Okay, we did get another datacron, so that was worth it. So I'm trying to store these up and collect them, just so we've got some to work on over the next datacron season. But there we go. Obviously, I did get the mothers up in time for the event, so I did unlock this. So it'll be really exciting to actually get them up to at least R5 and Morgan up to R5 so that we can make proper use of this. When we do, obviously I'll update on here. We'll be doing these weekly updates. That is all we have for this week in terms of anything worth talking about. So please keep up with the channel. If you'd like to like and subscribe, it would really help, and I'll keep providing these updates. See you soon.